as usual. Don't know what I'm going to say until I do. Well, that's not really true. I hope my feet don't offend you. I'm going to sit up straight because that's my new way. Posture is really important. It will be another day because I'm facing the fact that although I'm getting older, I don't have to get old. If I'm going to be around a while, it's something I've come to terms with. I need to be bold. I need to be well. Because I've got people counting on me, or who may do in the future. But that isn't what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about you. As usual, since I was told that I would give my life in service to my fellow beings, it stands to reason, and it's something that I understand, that I stand under, that I hold true, that I need to be in service to you. And I want to talk about where I've come from, and maybe where you are. 20 years ago, I was on the internet, searching all sorts of things, conspiracy theories, things that may or may not be true. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube. UFOs, chemtrails, government projects to change the environment, to try to combat global warming, whilst in public they stand back from all initiatives to save the planet. They pull away from doing the right thing, because in public certainly they're having to do what business leaders tell them. In private. And I want you to stop wasting your time looking at the trends that are told to us. They're scary. If the shit hits the fan, we're screwed anyway. If that giant volcano in Yosemite National Park ever went, the climate would be, well, let's just say, it would go dark for a long time because of the clouds. If an asteroid hit anywhere on the Earth, the rest of us would be burnt to a crisp, almost certainly. And almost all life would die, apart from things that live underground, which is why you or I are even here in the first place, apparently. See, that's the issue. Science tells us stuff that they think they know because of the evidence. And because of the evidence of today, and statistics, and the flow of information that comes in from satellites and ice cores and all sorts of other things, and forget all that. Whatever they say tomorrow's going to look like, they're usually wrong. The weatherman can't get it right. For this one place in the world, day or night, they're wrong. So don't listen to anyone who gives you a prediction of what's going to happen next week, let alone next year or in 50 years' time. Between us, we can imagine, we can envision, we can release ourselves from all the stress of trying to inform other people of things that may or may not be true. The internet's just as much likely to lie to you as the BBC or the mainstream media, or the people that own newspapers and want you divided. It's propaganda. It's all somebody's opinion that isn't you. So what are you going to do? Go out into the world and find out what's true. And then leave all that behind. And find somewhere inside that you can be, where you feel happy, where you know that you spend your days doing what you can for somebody else. Focus on others, focus on service. Don't even focus on your own need. and that'll take away your greed. Sure, do the work on yourself, because who can you actually do the work on? Can you persuade other people to do their work? No, all that they hear is you're wrong. Is that starting to get through to you now? That you're just hitting a brick wall? You're constantly trying to tell someone you're great, you can do anything, where all they hear is you're small, you're petty, you're selfish, you don't care about the planet, you're not doing enough. We can't do anything about the super rich. It's up to them to choose to give their money away or invest it wisely. But ultimately, nature is who we listen to. Nature is who is talking to us, that we can believe. Nature, existence, Gaia, the planet, God, Goddess, experience. And every time you let go of your need to hold on to what makes you sway to and fro, to what makes you like a pendulum swinging backwards and forwards from one extreme to another, when you let all that go and you realise that we are all sisters and brothers, we're all in this together, and there's a vision of a future that we can create as one. We're going to anyway, I've decided. Of all the different timelines that could be created by my decision to go left or right today, or sit on this windowsill and talk to you, or kneel and pray, or read the rest of this incredible book I'm reading about St. Francis of Assisi. I can do lots of things. Or I could live in fear of what other people do. I can't persuade them that they're not right, because they believe they're doing the right thing. And most of the time that's all about their suffering. They're suffering. They're suffering that they think they need things when actually they just want them. They're suffering because they're rich but think that they could be richer. They're suffering because they have more than enough to eat, not enough. Or they're suffering because they have not enough. And what are we doing? Are we in Africa right now, giving out food to the poor? Are we in Europe, helping refugees? I know someone who is. And what's more, she's been there for months, away from family, away from the Christmas festivities. You know, it's nice for me to be at home and see my folks and share Christmas Day with them and eat a lunch. But I see them often enough. I'm back here every single time it's one of their birthdays, if I can be. Maybe it's time for me to set sail, blast off, and just accept that I'm better off being in the world and helping those that I can help. And once this finger heals, I'm hoping it's on the way, I'll be off to volunteer, to write about a homeless shelter that friends of mine have set up, and then off to volunteer at a place in Wales, and then off to explore and to get life experience, but to keep these good habits that I've given myself time for. I've given myself an opportunity here by having a broken finger and being poor and, you know, not having money. I can't go to the nearest shop and buy things that aren't good for me. I've been bought lovely ingredients and I'm allowed to share what my friend has, and that's been wonderful. And I've truly healed more than I can say. And it gives me time to start each day properly, to stretch, to warm up, to fast until I'm truly hungry, to hydrate, to put on and then to lose a little bit of weight, to get ready for the spring, to get out there and pick some more wild food. This year is all about the next 20, 50, 100, who knows. This year is all about having a vision in your heart of what you know, not think of what you know is true. Not trying to persuade anyone. Wow. Shorts and t-shirt, jogging? I'm not quite ready for that. But fair play. Encourage. Acceptance of what is. Don't fight it. Be a pillar of light. Be tolerant. Be humble. Don't argue back when someone has a different opinion to you, even if you think they're wrong. Don't give them something to fight against. Just know that it's up to them to change their ways. It's up to them to choose to live the better days that are coming. I have a vision. We harvest wild food together. We grow a little to share with all those people that are yet to get on this new vibration. We share everything and all the loving natural information that tells us that we are one being. Just many drops in an ocean, and the ocean in a drop. Before this video gets too long, I'm going to stop. But I just wanted to say that this vision is a feeling. It's where I've got to since I let all that other stuff go. I don't waste a second of my time watching a video of somebody else's information, somebody else's take on the modern world, somebody else's insistence that I must do something one way, or that I must inform others of what's going on in the sky or underground or out in space. It's a waste. It really is. And I'm speaking to one person in particular, but I'm speaking to all of you too, because that's what I do. I'm tuned in, I'm turned on, I'm fired up. I'm touching everything. I can feel it touching me. I can feel the energy of everything that I'm connected to. And when we're together, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share a feeling of such tranquility. Believe it or not, silence. And together, we're going to plant seeds. We're going to be the example that everybody needs. We're going to rewild nature and rewild ourselves. We're going to walk barefoot all the time, so that it will literally take away our negative charge. And we're going to be more connected. And we're going to live in a completely different way. And everything's going to be okay. It's going to be alright. The new earth is already here. We're the ones that choose to live in it and create it, just by loving each other. Sister, brother, I bid you good day, good evening, good night, and good morning, wherever it is in the world that you are. Okay, it's a sunny day. I really ought to get out there and enjoy myself, but I'm going to finish my book, let my breakfast go down, count my blessings, and I'll see you soon.